finally understood the questions of the universe. Well, one of them at least. The age-old question of uniformity. The father of all modern geometry finally understood that two objects could be exactly the same, regardless of size. But how can we know for sure that two objects are geometrically similar?
Hello, and welcome to the 19th century. Euclid has just discovered uniformity.
Euclid discovered uniformity 3,000 years ago. We have no idea what this man is talking about.
And I'm here to teach you about the rules of uniformity. As you can see here, all angles are the same, so that must mean it's uniformity. Yes, the ratio of the sides are completely the same. That means A divided by X equals B divided by Y equals C divided by Z. Yes, when the ratio of two sides is exactly the same, then we have A divided by X equals B divided by Y. And the angle in between is exactly the same, then we have uniformity. Yes. Some shapes are always similar, like circles, squares, and same-sided triangles. Yes.
Now, how can we use these rules to solve mathematical problems? Well, 3 different types of problem solving have been based on the notion of uniformity. And the one we are going to start with is the most well-known and well-used, called the top triangle theorem, or as we call it in Swedish, topptriangelsatsen. Now, let's imagine we have a triangle. And if we draw a line parallel to the base of that triangle, we will have 2 triangles, one small and one big. These triangles will always be geometrically similar to each other. So the triangle ABC will be similar to the triangle ADE. That's basically the rules of the top triangle theorem. And you can obviously use this to solve various equations. Now, let's imagine we have a different triangle. This one has a slanted side. If we draw a line splitting the top angle in 2 equal parts, that is called a bisectree. And these 2 triangles that it splits into will be uniform to each other. So the triangle AB to D, this one, will be uniform to this one, AC to D.
You have failed me for the last time.
Now, last but not least, we have the chord theorem, kordarsatsen. It basically means that if you have a circle and you draw 2 completely straight lines through it, then those 2 lines will be in a way uniform to each other. So the length of this line times the length of this line, A times B, will equal the length of this line times the length of this line, C times D. That is basically it.
You have failed me for the last time.
The Italian government have been getting reports of a serious problem. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is about to fall over. So they have created a plan to save this beautiful tower. They will build a gigantic triangle and put it up as a support to stop the tower from falling over. So they have called in Sigrid from Sweden to build this gigantic triangle.
Sigrid uses a long piece of string dropped from the top of the tower to determine how long the base of the triangle should be. She decides that 70 meters is optimal, but this starts another problem, however. The triangle is too big to build in one piece, it must be made in sections. The bottom section of the triangle will have a 70-meter long base, the left side will be 30 meters and the right side will be 40 meters long. Since the tower is 55 meters high, the left side of the top section must be 25 meters long. However, Sigrid needs to decide the length of both the base and the right side of the top section. She uses the rules of uniformity to accomplish this. The left side of the top section is 25 meters long. The left side of the whole triangle, which means the bottom section plus the top section, is 55 meters long. We take these numbers and divide them with each other to get a ratio, which in this case is 0.45. Since the top section is uniform to the whole triangle, all sides must follow this ratio, and we can solve for x using it. Sigrid starts by solving how long the base of the top section must be. In order to do this, she uses algebra. She knows that x divided by 70 must be 0.45. The ratio is always the same in uniform objects. To solve for x, she takes 0.45 times 70 and figures out that the base of the top section must be 31.5 meters long. It gets a bit more complicated when she solves the right side of the top section. She doesn't know the length of the right side of the whole triangle, only the length of the bottom section. She divides x with x times plus 40 and uses algebra again. She multiplies the parentheses on the right side and gets that x is equal to 0.45x plus 18. She wants to have all x's on one side, so she moves 0.45x over to the left side. She now has the equation 0.55x is equal to 18. To solve for x, she simply divides 18 with 0.55 and gets the result that the right side of the top section is 32.7 meters long. Sigrid now knows exactly how the tower should be built and can help the Italian government with their problem.